This year, Journey, we are quizzing witnesses. We are quizzing 5 units, not 4. So it's not the first half, we're adding the units, okay? Guess what Awana did this year? They didn't print any of the verses in the text. There's no verses in this, so the student had to go get them and write them in. And so now we have the issue of, we don't have a handbook to weigh and measure against. So good thing, but not good thing, because all the study materials have to be created by the coach. So now we have an issue of, did the coach grab the text correctly? I'm grabbing my text for the quiz from
From the
Logos. From Logos, from the Bible, yes, from my Bible software online. I will get the 3 versions, King James, New King James, and ESV from Logos. They don't support NIV 1984, I'm pulling it off a PDF. Personal flotation device. No, not either.
It's very small print.
That's right, still on the label in
But
the
it
back.
saves a life.
Yeah, just print it all over. So from a PDF. So that's where the full versions are coming from. It's true for all of the quizzes. I don't type in any of the verses, I copy them because they were already correct. So if we have a problem with my version against the handbook, that might come up. I try and check them all, but for Journey, we don't have a handbook to check it against. So I know Mr. Solon has done all of his preparation for those material. If you're quizzing Journey, I strongly recommend getting to Tom's material because he at least has it in for you in the ESV.
Yeah.
I don't know about any of you.
I don't know if he has the NIV stuff done.
So anybody else here doing Journey other than Faith Baptist? You're doing Journey as well. So I would strongly suggest connecting with Tom.
Or Dawn.
He's got it loaded up on a Google Doc. So just to save you from making sure your student's studying.
I already put together an Excel, so.
Okay, good. Do you want to have my
I
dad
can
talk to
figure
your
out
dad
what
here?
his,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
figure out his email is.
Okay,
yeah.
good. All right, we'll figure that out. That would be great. The content. So there's a lot of reading content. All of that's fair game. So for example, I'm looking on page 64. It says core content, read Acts 16:25-31. Now they wrote a bunch of text here. I'm going to scripture as well. So all of that is fair game. If there's a list in there, whatever that is. Now they gave a really nice summary, but I feel that opens the door to let me poke in there as well. There's questions based on the reading, like do you have a question? I'm not going to put obviously any of that in there. There's a thing on the bottom of the page about these verses, that's fair game. The exploration questions, there is an answer guide. I am halfway through the answer guide, I'm into the 5th section, and I don't think there's 2 answers to these questions in the answer guide. So I'm not putting a lot of weight on the answer guide because they don't have anything in there for me. The answer guide does have extra information. There's these, what is this kind of talking about? I'm not using that information, okay? So it's only what's in this, and this is the Faith Foundations, Trek Check for Trek, and the Start Zone. Okay. Any questions about content? Ken?
Can I make an announcement for Journey for next year?
Yes, do you know what? I want to actually sit with these 2 guys and talk about Journey for next year when we're done.
Awana just let the missionaries know that Awana will not be releasing book 4 in the fall.
So,
Due to several reasons, and the reasons don't matter. So the 4th book will not be coming out this fall.
so I'd
So
like
the
to,
options,
yeah.
there's options of what you can do for book. 2 options that Awana has recommended is to go back and review in year 4, the first year book, which is called Disciples. The other option is to use some of the original Journey books from years past.
So we're gonna,
Pauline wants to talk with you guys
Yeah.
and just get your.
yeah, we need to plan that, I think maybe
we
even
need to-
after
which
Bible
one is it?
quiz.
We need to plan for what the quiz is going to look like for next year, because there's no, as of right now, there's not a curve.
Good,
So,
good, thank you. And you have the opportunity to pour into that, so we want to hear from you.
And my guess is you'll hear something from Awana
Right.
in the next week or 2.
And it directly affects quiz next year. So, We want to talk about awards,
Yes.
because awards are important for Bible quiz and for games as well. We're in a little bit of a quandary because Awana Warehouse is moving, they've stopped carrying a number of things, and so Kelly and I have just talked about awards, and we want to open the conversation